Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm going to talk today about my Trident 660. Mostly I'm going to tell you about the mods that I've actually done to mine, so it will help you decide on what you might want to do with yours in the future. Ideally this bike is for someone that's 5'7" to about 6'2", maybe someone who's been riding Harley Davidsons for a while but used to ride sports bikes and then want to get back into it, or even if you're an L-plater or on a restriction coming through that way, because it really is a nice bike. Sometimes I hanker for a wee bit more power, to be honest, but for a 660 it's quick enough and keeps up with traffic nice and is comfortable. Not everything on the bike is actually here and present. I have got a tail pack for the back, for the bag, which I bought an Oxford one because I very rarely use it, and I don't really care. It's pointless buying the really expensive Triumph one, not unless you're a real Triumph nut. The Oxford package is just as good. Tyres under there if you were going to use it. I think I've only used it once, and that was to go shopping. But I did buy the tank bag, because I regularly use that for work, going to and fro. Courtesy of Triumph Laguna, because of the delay in delivery and a couple of other small niggling facts, but they came good in the end. I got a nice set of bar end mirrors out of them as courtesy, as well as a courtesy Triumph triple for a while, which I had for a couple of weeks. Really nice. Not really their fault though. I've done some red graphics on the wheels which say Trident. I don't think I've made too bad a job, but I warn you now, it was my first effort and it is not that easy to do. It's not as straightforward as what they show on the YouTube videos, in my opinion. And make sure the wheels are really clean, because as you see on one of those sections I did slip, and that was mainly because there's a little bit of oil on the wheel. I didn't clean it properly, that was my fault, but I'm going to leave it for now. I've kept the passenger pegs because sometimes I do take a passenger, and that there is the Optimate that I fitted. There we have the clutchless system, the auto blipper, up and down. Probably one of the best extras you can buy on this bike. Really is a nice feature, really smooth sometimes. Takes some getting used to, but overall very good piece of equipment. Engine crash bars, not essential. I purchased them for resale value of the bike. I do like them, they're okay, but not essential. They don't make any aesthetic pleasure on the bike at all, not in my view. Is that a word? I don't even know if there's a word. Anyway, I thought they were alright. So that's where the tank bag goes. So I've got my next base dash cam. I think it's only a 720p, it's slightly older, but I've had this on all my bikes. The picture quality is still good enough. It's called the Ride. It's by Nextbase and it's got GPS and Wi-Fi. And to be honest, for a handlebar mounted camera, I think it's really good and does the job. There is the phone holder, complete with probably put my fingers in the way now. Charging cable. It's only a slow trickle charge, sadly. From TEC. Great. I would highly recommend getting these. These are their clutch and brake levers. With delivery, I think they were 40-45 quid. Well worth it. They're adjustable and they're black, so they go into the bike nicely. Now, because we're in England, the wise of you might have spotted, yes, I've had heated grips fitted. I suffer from a bit of arthritis in my left wrist, and mentally I think it does some good, so it's good. We have stoppers where the bar mirrors are over here now. The mirrors were here, so I've put a little stopper in there. I've put a little stopper in there, and obviously a stopper where the right hand was. 3 stoppers were about £4 in total. We have the shield, windshield. It doesn't do a lot of good, to be honest. I don't feel any different to when it's on or off, but I believe underneath here, when the shield's not there, is 3 unsightly screws that you can see from the speedometer. I don't like the look of it, so the shield's staying. I prefer it on. New purchase is that radiator grill. Can we see that? There we go. Another semi-pig to fit. You need a special screwdriver for the Triumph screws in there. Take the red things off and screw in, but trying to actually level up the hose with the grill, I found it hard to try and hold it in place and screw up the tight screws at the same time. Got there in the end, a bit of swearing, but yeah, I think it took me probably about 20 minutes, half hour, on a job that I thought would only take me 5, but did it in the end. Okay, then we've got, you want to call them exhaust protectors, or wings as a friend has called them, but I had those fitted as well. They were quite easy to put on because Triumph did them. What else have I got? Yeah, the pillion grab rails. Not sure. I've had them put on because, like I said, I put a pillion on there every now and then, and I don't know, they're okay. I don't think they make the bike really ugly. I think the sad thing is actually the rear end of the bike. I'm not too sure. I've seen some tail tidies, and I think they look worse than the actual what Triumph have managed to do with the rear end. I find it acceptable. It's grown on me. I'm to the point now, when I first saw it I went, I'm not sure about it, and now I'm not really bothered. There's the adjustable suspension. To be honest, suspension could be a little bit better. It's slightly harsh, I would say, but it's livable with, and it's not designed for going really mad with. It's good for B roads, and it's fine on the motorway. Just to prove I've got more money than sense. There we go. That's actually got the Bluetooth command system in it. So I can control my music. Comes up with little sat-nav bits on there. Volume, connects to my helmet. At first it was really annoying to try and actually connect. I've got a Schuberth C4 helmet. Did it in the end. Now I quite thrashed this quite a bit, and I'm still getting over 50 miles per gallon, 53.7 there. Quite happy with that. I think if I drove at a moderate 70 it'd be a lot better. I did think about changing the exhaust, but I think the exhaust is actually okay. Sorry about that, got my fingers in the way. Well, that's the Triumph 660. I can honestly say I recommend this bike if you had enough of leaning over a sports bike. You want something with straight handlebars, something that's not too crazy. Like I said, I've taken the triple out, and which was like 180 brake horsepower, and it was totally mad and insane. It just wanted to go really quick. With this you can go quick or lay back. And it's a nice handling bike, to be honest. Well, I hope this has given you some insight to what mods are out there for the Triumph Trident, and please be kind on your comments. I don't often do these reviews, but I was fairly chuffed with actually completing this project, and I'll probably keep this bike for a while now because I'm really enjoying it. Thanks for listening. Muttley out.